Good morning. It's actually really early on Thursday, the 16th of June. It's about 7:30 in the morning. This has been something that, this tarot reading that I'm about to do is a little bit different in a way, because I already have two cards in front of me that I have chosen that come directly from meditation. One of the cards I could see quite clearly in meditation, but I've had to go through many tarot decks to find this card, and I saw this card in reverse. I wasn't really sure what the card was. I just remember it was the image that I needed to find. So I've finally dug this image out. The other card is from a deck that I don't use very often these days either, but it's a beautiful deck. So the message that I got from my meditation today was a collective message, which is why I'm here putting it out on video. We all know that we're right now, or we must all be aware right now, that we are living in crazy times where much of what is going on in the world makes no sense. Some people are on board with that and are quite happy with it, and some people aren't. The issue with it right now is that the world is becoming very confusing, out of the norm, out of step, and it's been coming since the great conjunction in December 2019, the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. I've been saying since 2019 that we will live in some very strange, very unusual times, and it won't be until about 2024 when we can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. In the meantime, we have got some very difficult energies to negotiate, some very unusual viewpoints, and this is a time of conflict where the test is, will we retain our humanity, or will we totally lose sight of that? And the only way to retain, in essence, what is our humanity is to listen to not what's going on around you, to get to a point where we aren't overthinking and picking a certain side in some sort of philosophical argument, if you like, and running with it and being aggressive with it and with others. The real test of our humanity is if we can rise above some of the nonsensical things that are happening. Some of the things that we can see sometime down along the line where it could be quite detrimental to the younger generations moving forward. And I'm not going to name anything, because you can switch the news on and you can find any manner of news articles, topics in what's happening with the economy, politically, globally, and you will have your own opinion on that. My plea to anybody watching this right now is to please ensure that your opinion is your opinion and not one that you have allowed yourself to be manipulated into. And it doesn't matter what your opinion, it doesn't matter whether your opinion I agree with or not. It's very crucial at this moment in time for every single one of us to retain our sense of our own opinion and not one that is heavily influenced by others. Right. So I haven't posted a full moon reading because I was absolutely on my arse, and I have been for, you'll notice I haven't posted very often because I'm absolutely shattered. I'm on my arse. I haven't had the headspace for it, and I haven't had the heart for it. But when I have come on and done a video, it's because I've been pushed to do a video and a specific message. Today's message has sort of lingered since yesterday. I had a very busy day yesterday and I meant to do it last night, but I actually fell asleep. But after this full moon has sort of, if you are sensitive to energy and moon cycles and things like that, you will know what I'm saying when I say sometimes some of the planetary activity drains people like me, and sometimes it energizes people like me. And I felt this full moon coming for the last 2 weeks, and I've found it really difficult to negotiate. We are now 2 days ahead of that full moon, and I can already feel the lethargy lifting. So here's hoping. I feel right now that we are going to have a time of equilibrium, if you like, a short time. But I do think we're going to have a bumpy ride again come October, November, at the end of October, November. Now, I'm no astrologer. This is just my own energetic feeling of what's happening. And as I say, I believe that we won't see any light at the end of the tunnel until around 2024, around April, May 2024. So it's going to be a long journey, and it's going to be a difficult test of our resolve, of our ability to keep hold of our humanity, our own moral grounding, our own moral standing. And it is for us to protect the most vulnerable, and you might be the one that's vulnerable. Your opinion might make you a vulnerable person, and the only way through this is for people to stick to their morals, stick to their own opinions, their own feelings and their own thoughts on the matter, and to ensure that your opinion doesn't change in order to placate others. Right. Yesterday, the reason for this video is the dragonfly. Now, I haven't seen a dragonfly for absolutely years. But yesterday, while I was in my allotment, I saw so many dragonflies. They're so beautiful, dragonflies. And then I just happened to look at my phone to find out what time it was, and it was 11:11. And any of you that know 11:11 is an angel number. It's very auspicious. And along with the dragonfly that landed on my phone at the time my phone said 11:11, to me was a magnificent omen. And I'm really grateful for that, because I had been feeling really, really down and really, really depleted of all energy. And along came all these dragonflies, one of which sat on my phone at precisely 11:11 when I looked at the phone. So I was going through my decks of cards, and I brought out the dragonfly card, the dragonfly, from the Animal Spirit deck by Kim Krantz. And it is a really beautiful deck. Dragonfly is if you look at the symbol, it's air. Air's about the mind, our thoughts, our intellect, our ability to reason. And this dragonfly here, sort of, for me, the dragonfly yesterday was saying to me, do you know what? Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Because really, when you see a dragonfly, if you are in balance and you see a dragonfly, you will be clear thinking, happy and joyful. If you see a dragonfly and you're imbalanced, it's more about overthinking. So if you're overthinking and you're feeling a little bit on your arse, this dragonfly is here to say to you, you need to watch your breath. You need to spend some minutes just concentrating on your breath going in and your breath going out. And move your mind away from the obstinate thoughts that you can't seem to wash away. Any anger that you have towards other people, any particular opinion that you're aggressively trying to get across, it's time to really be more focused on yourself, what's going on within you. And if you're not feeling joy and clear-headed, then you are out of balance. And then the second card I'm going to show you in the upright is from this is the one that I saw and I had to find. It's from the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. And the card I saw in reverse is this one, the World. And I saw it in reverse. And as I don't like these cards. I find them very difficult to shuffle. They're very shiny. They stick together. They actually do cut my hands sometimes. So I sort of put them away. And I haven't actually flipped one of these cards in years. So I'm going to read the definition for it. Number 29. And I'll show you the card in the upright while I read it. So I'm reading the reversed. Receiving the world reversed means that you've been severely limiting your view of things. You're thinking too narrowly, either in your options for action or in what you feel you deserve. You may be feeling boxed in by old ways of doing things, not quite sure of how to expand. This card calls for you to think creatively, outside of the box you find yourself in now. In addition, you may have emotionally painted yourself into a corner, surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear, short-sightedness, limited thinking, or self-doubt. But you still have the option to let all of that go, and this card is telling you not to wait a minute longer to do so. It's time to break out, see the unlimited horizons around you, and know that the world is waiting for you to take centre stage. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because I actually hadn't read that before I switched the camera on. What really interested me with that was you may have emotionally painted yourself into a corner, surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear, short-sightedness, limited thinking, or self-doubt. So, if you are brave enough to admit to yourself that you may be thinking in a limited way, that you might be a little bit short-sighted, or you might be feeling self-doubt, it's time to, I keep saying that, it's time to, and it annoys me, so it probably will annoy you. But if you are feeling all of these things, maybe you should consider meditating. And a lot of people are really frightened of meditation. They believe they can't do it. They believe they can't do it because their mind wanders. That is normal. Your mind will wander in meditation. Your mind will continue to wander in meditation. It will annoy you when it wanders in meditation. But the trick is to, when you notice your mind wandering, is to just let the thought pass and go back to concentrating on your breath going into your body and your breath going out of your body. And that will automatically soothe you. It will also give you the space to understand what it is that you really feel, what you think, what your opinions are. And it will allow you the space to gather the courage to have those opinions without being fearful of what others will say, and also without being rude or saying unnecessary things to other people. There are ways of saying what you believe that you know might upset other people or trigger other people. And sometimes, no matter what you say and how you say it, you will trigger other people. So let's have a wisdom of the oracle. I'm conscious that I'm just reading from books today, but I had to find that card. I just had to find that card from this energy deck, and it will probably go back in the back of the cupboard, and I'll probably never use it again for however many years. But that was the card I saw, and I knew I had that deck, and I didn't remember which one because I have hundreds of decks, and I tend to stick to the same decks mostly, and then I sort of feel the need to move on to another one. I've got some absolutely beautiful decks at this moment. I seem to be I seem to be stuck on the wisdom of the oracle cards, which are by Colette Baron Reid. They always seem to be my favourites. And the postcards from Spirit, I like those though, because I think that gives you a nice message for them. Right, I've got two. I've got one upside down, and I've got one that's flown out, and I've got one that's turned the wrong way around inside the deck. Both. Okay. Both. Which one first? The one that's upside down. So we have TikTok. Number 30. I'm going to be saying something so I can feel it because my throat's... I get this when something's about to be said that hasn't come from me. TikTok. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos and order were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are right here now and always show up when you need them right on time. That's interesting. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. That's very interesting. That's almost like it is saying. Okay. Is that why I'm clearing my throat? Okay. Okay. I'm going to say it. People aren't going to like it. This is trying to tell us, this TikTok is trying to tell us that if you feel self-entitled, if you feel entitled in any way, and you feel as though that entitlement is not coming towards you, that is because it is not yours. Because what is yours will never be withheld from you. Okay. So if you're in a battle at the moment with, I don't know, a boss, a bank, a shop, I don't know, if you're in a battle at the moment and you seriously feel that you're entitled to maybe a refund, or you've specifically got it in your head what you think you're entitled to. It could even be an idea, entitled to something in life, and you're not receiving it. It's because it's not for you. Everything that happens in life happens for a reason. And when things don't come to you, it's not because life is unfair. It's because it's not meant for you. We all have our path in life. We all have a path that's marked out before we are born. We all have things to learn when we are born. We have this path already marked out. Things and events happen in order for us to learn. And if we don't learn from things, then Spirit comes along and will put you on your arse until you open your eyes and learn from your mistakes. If you've ever wondered why you always pick the same man that always treats you in the same way and it's awful, or you always pick the same type of woman and it never goes well, it's because you're not learning the lesson from the relationship before, and another one's going to be putting you away, and another one, until the next one that comes along gives you so much grief. You have no choice but to learn from your mistake, picking the same person. You can't pick the same person and expect a different experience. You can't pick the same things to do in life and expect a different experience. You can't do the same things and expect anything to change. And if you are all up in your head about it right now, it feels like there's some kind of stubbornness there, inability to see, inability to recognise what you really feel, inability to say what you really feel, and inability to stop overthinking, stop trying second guessing all the time, and just relax. Don't be afraid to be you. Do not be afraid to be you. Do not be afraid to have your own opinions. Yes, remain kind and considerate, but do not be afraid. Don't be afraid to change your life, even if it means turning your whole life on its head and doing a complete 180. There are going to be many people in the next couple of years doing a complete 180 in their views, in their political views, in their views about the economy, in their views about other people, in their views about themselves. Many people are going to do a 180. And that 180 is going to be beneficial for the collective. Now have I said it? Yeah, thank you. Right, so let's have a look at the next one. The next card is round and round. Round and round, number 25. 25. Where are we? Come on. 25, round and round. That's a nice card. It looks like some sort of seashell with a... This is very angelic. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but this is angelic. There's a person's face in the middle, and it looks like a seashell. But if you can see, every one of these ridges on the seashell looks like an angel's wing. That's a really pretty card. That is a really pretty card. And every one of the angel's wings has a golden light. Stars, healing, communication. I wonder if this is about communication with spirit. Let's read it. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, looking down on your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. What did I say? I didn't say it. You could tell I couldn't get it out. I wasn't saying that. You could tell that wasn't me. This is what they were saying. This is what Spirit was saying. You're going to break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. Hallelujah. If you're in a scenario that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past in your work life, it's because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who sabotages you? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them? When you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern of the past, are you learning, or are you heading for the same mistake over and over and over again? It's a good time to get a coach or mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Then you will free yourself from the old cycles and seas going round and round. What I said before I read the wording for this card, I saw spirit in this card. I spoke a message from spirit before this card. This card was flipped beforehand. Listen to this segment again. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That is amazing. You know, when you work with spirit, and And I say spirit, and I don't like the word. I'd like to call it something much less thrown around. When you work with the universe, as human beings, we like to categorize everything, including things we can't see. We like to give them names. We like to give things we can't see, everything a name. And it's no different for tarot readers who say spirit. Now, I hear voices. I'm not a schizophrenic. I'm definitely not schizophrenic. I hear things. I feel things. And then now and again, every time I'm told, I'm sort of pushed to come and do some sort of reading. I often have this, it drives me mad. And if I don't have this, I usually have this cough. Now and again, I get this thing where I can't swallow. I'm not able to swallow until I've got the words out. And it feels really, it's not frightening because I know what it is. And sometimes the only way to be able to connect and get things out that I'm saying, I'm not saying, the message out is just to relax and get out of my own way. Because I'm trying to give a message. So I'm consciously trying to give a message. I'm subconsciously trying to pass this message on. And if you sort of try too much, you can't get it out. Because you're trying to do it. You're trying to deliver it. Sometimes you just got to get out of your own way. And that's what happened here. I managed to get out of my own way. And Spirit came through and beautifully said it. And whether you like that message or not is not my business. Clearly, I'm a human. I hope you like the message. And if you don't, that's not my business. So let's have, only 32 minutes, let's have a postcard from the Spirit. We haven't had one for a while, have we? Come on. Okay. We have one. Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity. When all the right people, the right place, when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Getting out of your own fucking way. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. Getting out of your own fucking way. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you and you will never ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them and when they show up and what they will do for you. If it's not your path, then no matter how much feeling of entitlement you have, if it's not meant for you, it's not going to show up. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are an incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. If you only knew how much you were loved. There's another one here, but I don't know whether to read it. Okay, well, I'm just going to read it. I don't know if it's going to make any sense. There are times in life, dear you, there are times in life when taking the risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is a leap time. Yeah, it's time to do a 180. Realise that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you. And you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. It's time to do a fucking 180. Don't be stubborn. If in your heart of hearts you know that the direction you're going in doesn't align with who you are, but you're carrying on anyway, you are not being true to yourself. Don't be afraid to do a 180 and say, do you know what, I've changed my mind. Don't be afraid. All the elements are in place and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself that's the point. We love your courage and embrace it. Yeah, I think many people are going to decide to reverse some of the stuff that hasn't been helpful in their lives and in the lives of others. And it's going to be a process and it's going to take a while. And if that's you that's thinking about reversing something and doing a 180, good on you. I wish you all the best. Good luck. Do not be afraid. And for fuck's sake, learn to breathe. Stop overthinking. Life is too short to spend it worrying about what ifs. Take care. See you soon. Be kind. Bye-bye.